Some mornings, I'd end up on the floor of the classroom, with boys around me yelling at me and screaming at me. Normally it was a little more subtle than that. An unkind word here or there being whipped around by my backpack, people going through my lunches, stealing my sandwich. One day, I did retaliate. I slapped the bully on the back, and they put my head through a wall, and I ended up in the hospital. Hi guys, I'm Michaela. Today I'll be talking to you guys about the subject of bullying and the problem that exists in our society today. Now, whether it's ourselves, a friend, or a family member, we've all come in contact or witnessed bullying, whether it be on the playground at school, in elementary school, or even today at our jobs with an adult. And so it's a very severe situation that a lot of people don't necessarily take very seriously because we think elementary school playground. But today I'll be giving the talking about this topic from 4 different perspectives. So there's 4 different characters that I'd like to introduce you to. The first one is of a young man who was bullied in high school. Second is a girl who actually was a bully to someone else in her school. The third character is a mother whose little boy was bullied at school. And then the fourth is a girl who was bullied but who was speaking to her bully, the person who hurt her all those years. And my hope is that really just to raise awareness about this topic, and that it's really something very serious and that we need to stand up and take a stand against this. 1/3 of U.S. students grades 6 through 10 are involved in moderate or frequent bullying, whether they're the bully, the victim, or both. Bullying is increasingly viewed as an important contributor to youth violence in schools, both through homicide and through suicide. I wasn't only bullied at school. I was bullied at the bus stop, my neighborhood store, even at the bank waiting for my mom. I suffered relentless taunts from kids my own age and was pelted with stones. Last year, I couldn't take it anymore. I desperately wanted out. I was so desperate. I thought death was the only option. After I tried to commit suicide, my mother said, "Enough is enough," and she refused to send me back into the lion's den. 77% of students are bullied mentally, verbally, and physically. 87% of students say that bullying is one of the highest motivations to get back at students who are bullying them at school. And 86% of kids say that kids picking on them or making fun of them causes students to resort to lethal or violence in schools. Okay, I know it sounds horrible, but seeing her cry like that kind of made me feel good. I don't know why, it was like finding this new power. After that, every time I saw Penny, I'd say something horrible. I got my friends to do the same thing, and we would say some really horrible things to her. She'd try to say stuff back, but it was usually really lame, and we'd just laugh at her even more. Sometimes we'd take her stuff and hide it throughout the school. It was hilarious watching her try to run around and find everything. Then we got her cell phone number. We used to text her and call her up just to mess with her. I guess I never really thought that it was affecting Penny that much. We were just having a laugh with her. It was only a joke. I just figured she'd think we were all stupid and forget about it. But it turns out it really was affecting her. And it was affecting her a lot. After school one morning, me and my friends got called into the headmistress's office. She said that Penny was in the hospital. She had drinking bleach. She said she did it to get away from the bullying. I broke down. I began crying uncontrollably. I felt horrible. It was only supposed to be a joke. I had no idea that Penny had taken it that badly. I wrote a letter to Penny saying how sorry I was. And I still haven't heard back from her. Each day, 160,000 students miss school because they fear being bullied. And 43% of students who walk into school fear being bullied just by walking through the doors. 25% of young people today experience cyber threats, either that online or through their cell phones. He used to come home and say, "Mom, they keep saying this word to me. Gay, gay, gay. I'm sick of hearing it. They keep telling me the same thing over and over." He told me, but it just got to the point where he didn't want me to get involved anymore because no one was doing anything. It just got worse and worse. He said he was tired of complaining to his teachers, to his counselors, because no one was doing anything. After school one day, I hadn't heard from him for a while. just to walk up those stairs and walk into that room and see your baby just hanging there. My baby was killed because of bullying, and now something has to be done. Bullying can happen anywhere, face-to-face, cell phone, text message, or even email. It doesn't have to do with age, race, or gender, or even education level. It's not a phase, and it's not a joke. I'm not sure you remember me. It was only for a short time that we knew each other, but in that short span of my life, you managed to make my life painful and almost unbearable. My name is Audrey. In that land of preteen hierarchy known as middle school, I was the victim of your cruel words and actions. I suppose it takes some sort of genius to do the things you did to me, to alienate all my friends, alienate those who I never would meet. You planted rumors that had no foundations in reality and reaped their withered fruits, preyed upon me with surgical precision and left me hopeless and alone. It all started when you came to school last year. You were new and you were sitting alone at the lunch table. I wanted you to feel welcome and know that you had a place here. That was my first mistake. Compassion. Had I never felt compassion, I might never have met you. My second mistake was a family vacation. In the 1 week that I was gone, you had managed to alienate all my friends from me. That meant no friends at school, no friends at the lunch table, no friends at recess, no partners for group projects, only taunting laughs and unsure, nervous stares. I was exiled to the fringes of social life. I have never, nor have I ever been that depressed in my entire life. I couldn't focus on my schoolwork. I retreated to my books, worlds far away from my own, worlds where I didn't have to worry about my own sadness and loneliness. I couldn't tell my family. I was too embarrassed. One day at school, a teacher noticed my depression and with my parents confronted me. I was so relieved. All I could do was cry. I was so happy that someone had taken notice and I did not have to be afraid to go to school anymore. Most likely you'll never know the pain that you caused me. I'm older now and a little wiser. I can take care of myself. I know that I can surround myself with people that care about me. I understand that humans are capable of complete and total disgust and destruction, but I also know that they're capable of beauty and wonderful things. I know that in each person there's some goodness. I also know that by hurting people comes no joy, that people that hurt people only feel more pain, and I think that was you. You were lonely and hurting. You wanted someone else to understand what it felt like. So I did. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry because no one should ever have to feel those feelings. You hurt me, but you also gave me a gift. I now understand empathy and caring for people. And after all these years, I can write you and say, I forgive you.